What's up, everybody? We're out here. We're on Florida, by the way. It's 46 degrees, hence the outfit. We're going back out on the Vibe Yellowfin 120. I was hoping to have an upgrade video for you guys. I went online, went to Vibe's website, went to the page for the Yellowfin 120, and at the very bottom it had the deck pads. It said most people use these, so I clicked on those and purchased them and got them in the mail, and they turned out there for the Yellowfin 100. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of In the Garage. The garage is kind of messy, as you can see, but today we're going to do the first upgrade on our new, to us, it's used, but new to us, Vibe Yellowfin 120. First and foremost, if you guys are new to the channel, thanks for hanging out. Please like, subscribe. Maybe we can learn some things together about kayak fishing. But the first and foremost thing I want to say is, if you're new to kayak fishing, before you go out and buy a bunch of stuff that you don't know if you'll use, I strongly suggest using your kayak 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 10 times, depending on how often you go. If you're new to the channel, that's little Steve. He's been my kayak for the last 2 years. I have upgraded. I have moved on to the Yellowfin 120. One of the things I like about the Yellowfin 120 is it is designed to stand up on. One of the things I'm a little displeased with is this area kind of acts like a trip hazard a little bit with your feet. But one of the things I did, my first upgrade, is I bought the aftermarket matting that goes on here. So the first thing we're going to need to do is clean off the sand and all these bugaboos and get the boat cleaned up. I have a few other things I want to do to the boat. Bailey, what's the matter? I gotta clean all that mess up. Ignore all that mess. What's the matter? Come here. For you guys who don't know, if you take your thumb, put it over the snout of your dog when they're doing reverse knees, it helps them to stop. So that's how. Oh! Come here. Come here. And that's how you fix reverse knees. But anyhow, we got our box here, so let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Believe it or not, the shop vac did not do as good as the job as I thought it would, sucking all that garbage out of there. I'm just going to get us a good wipe down with an old t-shirt. So let's lay out our pieces here and see where these are supposed to go. So clearly they sent me the wrong ones. They clearly sent me the wrong kit. I ordered the Vibe Yellowfin 120 kit, and it looks like they gave me the wrong kit. God damn it. Yellowfin 100. I cannot remember for the life of me why I had this bag of screws. But in this bag of screws, there was 2 screws long enough to accomplish what I need for my testing period. And once I'm satisfied with this, I will go out and buy more screws, because this whole layout right now is temporary until I have decided on whether or not it's going to work for what I want to do, which is one of the things I was going to suggest
if you're new to kayaking, you have all these ideas of upgrades you want to make to your boat. That's awesome, and I encourage making upgrades to your boat, but I strongly suggest testing your upgrades for, I don't know, 4 or 5 trips before making it a permanent upgrade. And what I mean by that is, for example, what I'm going to do with my fish finder, until I have proven that it's going to work for what I want to do, I am not doing a permanent install. I do have the parts and pieces needed. If you guys look here on my old boat, you can see these guys I drilled into the side when I installed the anchor system on both these 2 boats. I have more of this clasp that I plan on using, because this guy is going to go down here and this guy is going to go up here. But before I permanently run this wire and drill holes in my boat, I'm going to temporarily run this wire back here under my seat. Oh, there goes my knee. Okay guys, here's the deal. Yesterday I got to work. I contacted Vibe tech support and I said, hey, if you go to your website and go to the page for the Yellowfin 120, at the bottom you have accessory suggestions. If you click on the accessory suggestion and add it to cart and buy it, it defaults to the Yellowfin 100 and not the Yellowfin 120. So could you please send me a return shipping label and the part I need, and I'll send you the one back. They said yes, we can. Sadly, we can't send you the part you need until we get the part you got back. So I got my return label, got my box, heading to the UPS store to drop this off. So I think what I'm going to do is start with some of the smaller pieces first, and one of those is going to be the one that's underneath the chair, because this guy right here has to have this rubber band through it, which could be a little problematic. Now if you're like me, you spend any amount of time applying stickers, you should be good at this. Not only do I apply stickers, I make stickers, so I should be twice as good at this. So I'm going to take this guy, put him right here, pull this out. That's why I'm starting on this one, because it's right underneath the chair, and if I mess it up, no one's going to see it that much, and it's just that easy. So this guy goes over here, this guy goes down here, this guy goes right here, so we'll do him next. Now you guys can see how thick this stuff is. Would it provide me with better grip when I'm standing up? And better grip meaning hopefully I don't have to wear my Crocs, so I don't have Crocs on my feet getting in the way, making me more clumsy. But more importantly, I wanted to take some of the lip out of that. So by raising this up, it's not a whole lot, but it does help bring the floor up and lower the lip, if you will. Don't mind the sniffing and sneezing. Carrie got me sick. I got a wicked headache. I've been getting worse and worse over the last couple of days. I went into work today and my boss was like, yeah, you can go work from the house because we don't need you getting everybody sick. So I just logged off and I'm dealing with a headache and a sore throat. But even if I wasn't sick, I wouldn't be able to go out and test this out tonight because it is dark and windy. And as we have determined before, it doesn't work well in the wind. So I'm actually going to straddle the boat for this one. Sure, I can just slap them on here all willy-nilly, but at least want to try to line them up to make it look like it's done at the factory.
Got a nice texture to it. Downside about putting these on here is self-serving as it is. As you guys know, on Little Steve I have the OG5 sticker on the bed, and that's why I never put one on here, because I knew I was going to get these mats. That's also why I stuck them on the side. And just today we got the Casking logo on there as well. So coming right along with personalizing our boat. There's nothing wrong with personalizing your stuff. Now I'm going to try to line up this edge with that edge back there. Sticky, sticky, sticky. And one more and we will be done with phase 1. Well, this was meant to be phase 1, but because we got the fish finder halfway in, this has been relegated to phase 2. But technically the fish finder is still not complete, because as we talked earlier in the video, I did not want to permanently affix the wire until I test this out to figure out if this is where I like the placement. So I'm going to run the wire underneath the seat, and then it plugs into the back of here like so. Now I will say they have a lot fancier Keel Guard kits than this, but they're expensive, like 70, 80 bucks, and they may be cut and all that stuff. I got this one for about 30. Comes with alcohol pads. I did cut it in half so I can put some down on the end, because I'm not concerned with the whole ridge of this. I'm just basically concerned with this area, because usually the damage comes from boat docks. It's when you shore this thing, you couple up on shore to load it up in your truck. So it's boat docks, and that does most of the damage to your keel. And so I'm just going to protect this front, which will then give me enough to help protect the back. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these with the alcohol pads that came with the kit. And I guess kind of the good news, if anybody has experience with adhesives, some adhesives stick better to a scored surface, i.e. a scratch keel. So this may stick a little bit better, but it's not paint, so who knows. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this guy so it has time to dry. So I'm going to put this guy right about here. Now, not exactly centered. Don't want to do that too many times either. So now I'm sure there's somebody with a lot more Keel Guard application experience than me. Maybe even somebody who owns a kayak rental shop that has a better way of doing this. But I am not that guy. But I do know that square stickers don't really care too much for round surfaces, and so I am going to put some score marks on this thing so that I can go around the bend. So I'm going to cut this, cut, apply, cut, apply, cut, apply, etc., etc. Of course, I'm laying this on the side of the boat that I just put the new Casking sticker on. Now, the reason I know that square stickers don't apply to round surfaces is because I started skateboarding at a young age, and I would try to put stickers on my round helmets, and they would always bunch up. They would never lay flat. They would always pleat, if you will. And so I learned at a young age, you want to apply a square sticker to a round surface, you have to put some lines in it.
besides, $20. This thing peels off a few months. Take a heat gun to it, pull the rest of the way off, buy another one, reapply. Still cheaper than having to patch your hull. So we don't want to jack up our hull, so there we go. Now I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, well, those lines you put in there are gonna cause it to snag. I doubt it. Because once again, if I wanted to put the lines in here, they would have pleated up anyhow. So I'm hoping by putting those gaps in there, it allows us to lay more flush. And I'm sure I'll get quite a bit of life out of this thing. See how this works for the first time. There we go, that's what we're looking at. Hopefully that'll keep me from tracking all crooked. We can get out and rock. I'm going to take off my Crocs so that I can hopefully stand up on these nice pads without any issue, because my Crocs are a little too big because they don't make half sizes. Just want to give this thing a good full test run here. Let's take off this guy. Fire this guy up. Make sure all this is plugged in. Oh, I bet yep, I was afraid of that. So the other day when I flipped over the ammo crate, the wires came unhooked. Sure did. So gotta be a little more delicate in that procedure. But as we said before, that's all gonna go away. I have to say it's probably been months since I've had my fish finder on my boat. Mike got his, basically hooked him up with my battery because I have a wholesale account at Batteries Plus. Basically sold him my battery for $25, and then the storm came, and after the storm they didn't take credit cards, and so it took me a while to get a new battery, but I got a new battery and it looks like we're good to go. It's nice to see how deep the water is again. That's what I use my fish finder more than most for. How deep the water is and what the water temperature is. And it does not, at least seem to noticeably be affecting my tracking at all, which is good. That's what I wanted. I do want to do some frog flipping, but first I think I want to throw this Bruco, just get started. Don't got much daylight. It's a Friday, right after work. Daylight's getting a little longer, but it still gets dark early. So I came up to Lake Mead where I got started fishing, but by no means is it a location where I've caught any real large fish. I think the biggest fish I've caught in this water was about 2 pounds. Now it doesn't mean they're not here, just means this isn't one of my favorite spots. I guess the next test, here in a moment, we'll stand up and test out the floor mat. See if I get what I was looking for on that upgrade, as far as the ability to stand up without wearing my Crocs and all that good stuff. think part of my standing problem, a lot of it anyhow, was my Crocs. The only thing I have to be careful now, being barefoot, is make sure I don't leave any hooks on the deck of my floor, because I will be barefooted. Can't believe no one wants to bite on it. That thing's flashing all kinds of pretty. I got some. I'm not standing up for this, guys, because he's about to come off. Look at this. Nice. Nice one here. Nice one here. Crankbait. I'd say it weighs about a pound. Thank you, dude. So I guess I need to do an ending for this. I'm editing the video and I'm like, I don't have an ending, so here we are. All in all, I want to say the placement of the Garmin Striker 4 fish finder transducer mount worked great. Did not cause my kayak to track at all. Only downside is with it being where it's at, if I ever want to put a router on there, router thing, steery thing in the back, rudder. If I ever want to put a rudder on there, I got to relocate that. That's the downside of that. The deck pads, loved them. They worked great, comfortable on my feet. Not only standing up, but while I was paddling around and I had my feet resting on them, it was nice to have the padded surface. Once again, my speculation was correct. By standing up without my oversized Crocs on, I had more balance. I actually had my feet on the deck pad. My toes were curled over just a little bit into the scupper plug route, the channel, scupper plug channel. So I was kind of holding on to the boat with my feet, kind of like a bird a little bit. Helped my balancing. Yeah, caught my first fish standing up. That's my first stand up on a kayak fish. I didn't weigh him. He's probably about a pound and a half, maybe pushing 2 pounds. Glad that the front mount camera got it. I've been having problems with my head mount camera. Did not get it on the footage on that at all. So luckily one of my 2 cameras picked it up. But all in all, the 3 upgrades. Oh, I still have not permanently installed the transducer wire. I'm gonna probably got 2 or 3 more times, and then I'll go ahead and affix it because I don't want to drill holes in the plastic until I'm ready to drill. So deck pad, great, loved it, well worth the investment. The Keel Guard, it did start to peel up after the first use. I squeezed it back, let it sit, and after the second use it's still in place. We'll see how long that holds up, but we knew that was a risk when I cut the lines in it to try to shape it to the keel. But Keel Guard, guard my keel, so that works good. The deck mats, loved them, well worth the investment. The placement of the Striker 4 is good. Did not, once again, make my boat track off location. Might need to get a new fish finder after a while. I think Striker 4 is a little rudimentary and not going to quite give me what I want, even though it's been the same one I've always had. But I would like to get one that's a little more detail underwater, but that's quite an investment, so that'll be years down the road. But all in all, love the upgrades. These are a great group of starter upgrades if you yourself get a Vibe Yellowfin 120. So thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend. We'll have some regular fishing videos coming up here soon. I just wanted to share with you guys. Maybe some of y'all have been looking at getting yellowfin or want to see what sort of upgrades other people are doing to their yellowfins. So I just wanted to make a quick video about the upgrades, and we'll get back to the fishing content next week. Thanks again. See y'all later.
This has been a Digital 410 production.